Coming up on this week's episode of Unpicked.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
It's not like they're anti-community if they're promiscuous. They're probably like super pro-community, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, listen, sis Tasha K, this is why you're getting sued by Cardi B, because you didn't even take the time to look at what you're commenting on. Not
Damn it, I had dating myself. God damn. Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, damn me to the zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. Be on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick.
New Year's resolution, do you have one?
Nah, my New Year's resolution is just to slay, man, just to keep it moving. I don't have a actual resolution though. Nah.
I think you're focusing on this.
I have focuses, yeah, but it's not like a New Year's resolution.
So what's your focus?
My focus. So my word. So the way my friend described it was, "Do you have a word?" And
yes, I have a word.
So I have a word.
But yeah, what's yours?
So my word last year was jump, and this year it's still jump, and it's also community.
Okay.
So those are my words.
Context?
So jump was the energy I needed to come out of full-time employment and to jump into freelancing and the hustle and bustle and not knowing where your next paycheck's coming from, all that kind of jazz. And then community is because that's like my I think that's my USP. That's my kind of reason. I work well when I have a reason, and when I don't have a reason, not so well. So it's like, oh yeah, I know that I definitely want to provide this for my community, and this is what I want to do. This is what I can understand. So that's what I'm gonna run with. So yeah, those are my words, and that's my why.
I like that.
What's your word?
I was waiting for you to ask. So my word for this year is discipline.
Discipline's a good word. Why have you landed on discipline?
Well, last year was, I don't know, like I didn't have a word for last year. I thought last year was going to be about change, but not in the way that it happened, essentially. So a lot of changes happened last year, but I was very much in like survival mode, I think, last year.
Yeah.
Especially the first 6 months. Then the latter half of the year, the latter half of the year was more stability. So the first 6 months was change, the latter half was stability. And now I want to move into discipline. And the reason why I want to move into discipline is because I want to be disciplined in the stability. So some of the things that I put in place halfway through the year that I started working on and then continue to work on it. For me, 6 months is not enough time to really develop the discipline that I want to develop. So I'm bringing that into 2024 with the hopes that 2025 would be a year of ease. So this
year is the discipline, but the next year is right.
Because then it's not. I'm not fighting against my habits and all that habits and inhibitions and current desires, because hopefully if I stay disciplined throughout 2024, then those things that I had to try to become disciplined at will just come with ease. That's why. So that's how I'm thinking about it, so to speak. So that was my little icebreaker. Do you know what I mean?
I like it.
Guys, in the comments, let us know if you've got a word for the year or if there's anything you're focusing on this year. Let us know. We want to hear it. You never know, you might give somebody else some ideas. But anyway, hey, hello, hi, peeps. It's your home slice dummy Zane in the building, or on your screen, or in your in your speakers or in your headphones or however which way you watch or listen to us. And I am here with my podcast friend.
The name is Venom. Here I am, the one and only.
I was gonna say bestie, but I've relegated him down, to be fair, because I like to cause trouble sometimes. I'm a bit cheeky. And welcome to the Unpicked podcast show. Thanks for being here. If you clicked on the video, hopefully you enjoy what you see / hear. If you've been with us for a long time, you know we love you long time still. And yeah, I don't know where this conversation is gonna go, so you probably know from the title of the show or whatever's in the description. But we're free flowing today. I guess.
We're rolling with it. Rolling with the thing.
I feel like when we roll with it, that's when the best stuff comes out anyway. So it is what it is. Song of the week.
Song of the week. This week I've got 2.
What's yours?
I got 2 because one is kind of a little bit to the left, and I thought just in case people don't necessarily like it, then you get one that's a bit more normal. So the first one is from a guy called Adam Blackstone, and the song is Round Midnight. I happened across this song because it has Jasmine Sullivan as a singer in the song. I think he's a pianist, like a jazz pianist. This song it's hardcore jazz, but when I tell you she kills it,
she's scatting and everything.
Kills it. She doesn't scat, but the runs in this tune are ridiculous. Because I literally, the song's playing. I was like, really... it's like it's playing. I'm like, this is just like chill jazz though. Like, I'm not really my thing, but I gave it the whole run. By the end, I was like, no, save this immediately. This is a banger. So there's that. Not necessarily everyone's cup of tea because it's real jazz, but you probably will enjoy it if you listen to the whole song. And then for my second song, it's Alex Isley and Destin Conrad. They released a song just this week called Same Mistake. And that's like more of my normal vibe that I've been selecting for the playlist. So yeah.
Okay. I'm going for Shock Horror, a song with my boo on it. I reckon our listeners must roll their eyes every time I talk about this guy.
Probably.
They must.
Probably.
Like, she's always talking about this guy, like, for real. I don't care. It is what it is. So I'm going for a song on Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2. The song is called Needle. It features Drizzy, my babes.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
That's my favorite meme, you know. And every time I say it, people don't even know it. I'm like, blood, how do you not know this one?
How do you not know Cilla Black?
No, surprise, but like,
surprise.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It is what it is. Well, anyway, yes. Needle, that's going on. So it is what it is. Yes. Off topic. Just segue, yeah. Did you see that interview where they asked who did they ask? Was it Common or Mos Def? I can't remember.
Most Def.
And
Method Man.
It was Mos Def.
It was Method Man originally.
Yeah,
and then...
it was most. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
But they asked Mos Def what he thinks. What he thinks of Drake, and my guy said. Asked him if he's a real rapper, innit?
Yeah, they said, is he real hip hop or something?
Real hip hop or real rapper or whatever. He said that he's
compatible with shopping
music.
What? He said he's compatible with shopping. What?
He says like going to Target and
buying clothes and then like you can
buying clothes. Nah. I can see what he means because like if you think of like Hotline Bling and stuff like that, you would hear that in the. Do you know what I mean? You would hear.
100%. I ain't disagreeing with what he said.
I ain't disagreeing.
I still
love
at
him,
all. But that answer was hilarious. He said, "Why are you doing me like this?" He said, "Okay."
Yeah, literally, he was like, "You're making me say what I don't really want to say."
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say it. Yeah,
I said, "Yeah, Compatible with shopping. That is just the maddest definition of someone's music I've ever heard in my
But
life.
can I say though, as soon as he said it, now I can't unhear it. So
It's
when
what
I'm
it
listening
is.
to some of, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what it
You know,
is.
Cat
Yeah,
Williams when he putting the stuff in the
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But I
Mad.
still love my boo. So yeah, Needle by Nicki and Drake
And
is
Drizzy
going on the
Drake. Yeah,
playlist.
it's a tune.
So. Dr. Umar made a comment.
Oh, you wanted to start with Go ahead. I thought
That's
there
my
was
only
I
happy.
thought there was more in Dr. Umar. More conversation in like potentially.
There is conversation,
Yeah.
but we got to be snappy today.
Okay.
We got to be
Okay.
snappy today. So
Um
I'm gonna throw it straight in. So Dr. Umar made a comment.
mhm.
He made an
He
observation.
did indeed.
He has a theory. Let's put it that way.
Uh-huh.
He says that promiscuous people are promiscuous because they're traumatized.
So they're
That's the long and the
emotionally
short.
damaged.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I try to say it in a nicer way, but it's basically saying that it's trauma that makes them promiscuous, in it. That's his
Mm,
theory. What
yeah.
do you think? What do
So
you think?
yeah, so I heard what he said, tried to receive it and let it stew.
Mm, 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 mm,
Um
mm,
to be fair, for the most part I agree.
mm,
It's what he said was very interesting because he was more so focusing on women. So like his examples and everything was very one directional. But
mm,
from my own experiences, I would say that yes, emotional damage is definitely a big motivator in promiscuity
mm,
or lack of like no, yeah, it's yeah, just call it promiscuity. Yeah. And also I was thinking to myself, okay, so if I take myself out of the equation and just think of all the promiscuous people that I've met who are
mm,
openly that who have had conversation or whatever enough to know that about them, can I think of
mm,
any to whom I haven't also identified emotional trauma or damage in their past? And I couldn't. I
mm.
was like, no, I literally can for every single one. So
Yeah.
so he might be
Are
right.
you are you saying just the women and not
No,
the
no, no.
men?
I'm talking about women and men. I'm talking about myself
And men,
included.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah,
The
yeah,
only
yeah,
the
yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
caveat to all of that was that he didn't really speak about there being any room for repair. And like if if you're damaged emotionally at some point, is this that's just you for the rest of your life?
No, can't be. My thing is, I think there is element of truth in what he's saying.
Mm,
I would even go further, and I wouldn't just say it's promiscuity. I would even say the the disposition or the choice not to embark in deep relationship.
mm,
Period.
mm, mm,
Not necessarily bed hopping.
mm,
Because when I
mm.
think of promiscuity, I think of either multiple partners at any given time or just not the inability to settle.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
just going from one person to another
Mm-hmm.
person to another person, not necessarily having a collective at one go, but maybe it's one at a time, but it's just you're not
Yeah,
settling,
yeah, yeah.
that kind of
You
thing.
don't want to commit.
Um, no
Or you're
commitment,
unable.
right?
Maybe not you don't want to, but
Or you're
you're
unable, but
unable to
but
commit.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
But that's the point, isn't
Mm-hmm,
it?
mm-hmm.
That you're unable to commit because you are traumatized or emotionally damaged or whatever it might be. But I'm taking the sexual bit out now, so it's not even just promiscuous behavior,
Mm,
but also the mindset behind that, which is not settling and not wanting a deeper connection outside of the boom boom boom, or just out, or even if it's not boom boom boom, just not wanting a deeper connection.
mm,
And there's always this idea that um, for women at a certain age and above, some of the rhetoric around not dating older women is that they're traumatized. If you get what I mean, like they've had all this trauma from previous relationships, and whoever doesn't want to date them because of that,
mm-hmm.
because of how they might behave. But I'm finding that it's the same thing with men. I find that the older the guy is, the more trauma he's had, and then the older he is and he's still single and he's still in that mindset of I'm not trying to settle, more time it's trauma that's made him say,
yeah, like
yeah, I'm still doing bachelor at 35 plus.
mm,
And when you ask them more about that, or why don't you want to settle down, there's always a girl somewhere down the line who did something, or a baby mom that did something,
mm.
or sometimes it's a parental
Yeah,
heartbreak,
yeah, it can be that too.
like my mom XYZ, or my dad not being around and XYZ. So it's not necessarily a romantic relationship emotional damage.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's
yeah.
even further back than
Mhm.
that. But that I find that it's both men and women that have that. The older you are and you're still single, and the more experiences you've had, I could argue that the more traumatized you potentially could be, and that shapes how you see relationships and how you're gonna maneuver in that
Mhm.
space, if
Mhm.
that makes sense. The promiscuity bit, so bringing the sex back into it, I do agree for the most part, but I wouldn't say that there is a direct correlation. In that, when I say that, what I mean is, like, I wouldn't say that if you are emotionally damaged,
You then
or if
are.
you are,
Yeah, no, no, no.
or you have experienced trauma, whether that is like family trauma or romantic trauma, heartbreak, whatever, that means you're gonna move into the promiscuous space,
Mm.
because for some people they retreat or they deal with things a bit differently. But that being said, most of the people I know that would be deemed as promiscuous or have been deemed to be promiscuous at some point, yeah, they've got trauma.
Mm.
They've got trauma. When when I think about the moment that they made that turn and made that decision, F this, I'm just gonna move mad, or whatever they want to
Mm.
call
Mm.
it was heartbreak or something that led to that.
Yeah, 100%.
Or if they never fell in love, it's daddy issues or something that led to that. So I guess what I'm saying is, it's not necessarily X plus Y equals boom, but it's a
But there's a
potential
correlation. Yeah,
answer.
it's not a definite, but there's
There
a
is,
correlation for sure.
it's, yeah.
You
That's
put it on
how
the scatter
I
graph,
believe.
and it's gonna look like there's a kind of a line happening
Yeah,
between
if you, if you,
those
if you,
two
if you was to
things.
if you was to take a sample of promiscuous
Mm-hmm.
people, you're probably gonna have the same themes coming out.
Yeah.
But if you was to take a group of traumatized people, they're not all going to be
No, no, no,
promiscuous.
no, no,
That's
no,
what
no,
I'm
no.
saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
that's where I'm going with that. But in terms of, like, how do you move past that? I guess the reason why he didn't talk about how to rectify it, how it can be fixed, is because he was talking about women. And um the idea is that once a woman is promiscuous, it's just a perception in society that once a woman's promiscuous, she can't be fixed, that she's damaged goods or whatever, so forth. So that could be why that conversation, or the clip that I saw, never
Mm,
delved into um how do they overcome that emotional damage, bunny fingers, or trauma,
mm,
so to
mm,
speak. But the answer to that is therapy, because you're gonna have to rebuild how you see yourself, actually heal from whatever it was that traumatized you,
mm.
and then start to change certain habits in order for you to eventually be like, okay, I can trust people again. I can open up my heart to this and that and the other and
It's a
whatever.
strange
That's
one, man.
therapy.
It's a very
I think
strange
that's
one.
therapy. Like, I'm a big advocate of, if you've gone for a breakup, or like you've got an attachment to someone and that breaks,
Mm.
go and do therapy to work through that, or something,
In that,
counseling,
yeah,
therapy,
something in that,
ilk.
yeah.
You need something
You need to be
or
talking,
someone to
yeah.
support you
Hmm.
through that that transition of, okay, I'm trying to break that attachment and move on. You need something there.
Mm,
Otherwise, it's just an unresolved issue potentially,
mm,
and then that could manifest itself in you saying, I don't want to settle with nobody. I'm cool to just bed hop, or I'm cool to not have deep connection. And I don't think human beings are made to not have human connection. So more time when I hear someone saying that they don't want to have a relationship, or go down that line, and it could be that I'm very one track minded because I know that's what I would want, and I might be projecting, but because I don't think humans are, we're not in our natural state, we're not supposed to be one man's island on our own. We're meant to commune, we're meant to have
Yeah.
relationships. So when I hear people going against that grain, straight away I think, oh, you've probably got unresolved stuff that you haven't dealt with, and you need to deal with that, and that might open you up to wanting it. Like, why wouldn't you want that? If that makes
So
sense. But again,
that's the only bit that's like, it's hard because I
yeah,
can't think of an example of someone who I know who's definitely
mm,
promiscuous, who definitely doesn't have like an emotional scenario in their
mm,
past. So I can't say this with like confidence and full chest that yeah, no, it's not, it's unrelated. But I feel like sometimes people just have a different understanding of what
mm,
that connection means and how to relate to people, because it's not like they're anti community if they're promiscuous. They're
mm.
probably like super pro community, if you know what I mean, a little bit too much. um
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean, but it's like a really different understanding to what most of us are going for. So
yeah.
I don't know. And then you've got the flip side of men probably by default being more promiscuous than women, or
Mm,
more accepted. You know what I mean? Like the level, like what
mm.
you would do as a man to then be called promiscuous is like completely different to what a woman would do.
Yes, the bar for men is a lot higher for
Do you know
you
what I
to be
mean?
called
So
promiscuous.
then,
Whereas for women, it's like if the number three comes to mind, like if you've got like a certain number of
yeah,
sexual
yeah, yeah,
partners in your past or whatever, all of a sudden, rah, she's been around, she's this, she's that. You know what I mean? Or
yeah,
even how she dresses, or you know how she
carries herself.
behaves,
Yeah, yeah.
carries herself, that could lead to you being called promiscuous when really you're just a sensual person. You're not promiscuous at all. Or sometimes it's like more recently, it's if you've got BBL or not. That's enough for you to be considered as a promiscuous person
You're a
because
harlot, but I mean,
you're a lot because you have cheeks. Do you know
you're
what I mean?
parading these cheeks you have bought purposefully to parade. These are not even your own cheeks.
Potentially,
So
potentially.
so you're actually a harlot.
You know, so you're a harlot.
Damn.
Which I don't agree with, by the
I
way. I don't
agree.
agree with that.
I
I
agree.
don't. Well, you're a man. You're not gonna agree, but I don't think that's the case. I think there's genuinely women out there that because of because society has been telling us how to look, like that's just the woman's story. That's always been the case. So, like media tells you, not social media. I'm talking about even back in the day.
Mm.
Media would tell you what is fashionable for a woman and how you're supposed to look. And it just so happens that with the Kim K era, BBL took a new life of its own, and everyone wants to have that shape. And naturally, natural women's bodies, not everybody has that shape. Like it's not, there's all different types of shapes, but
Mhm.
everyone wants that shape. So I feel like some women definitely a large proportion,
Mm.
well, the ones we see on socials, the ones that parade it in the way that you say,
Mhm.
then yeah, obviously you're parading it for a reason. What is your end goal? Why are you parading it? But there's probably women out there that went and got a BBL because they are more rectangular shape or more apple shaped or more, do you know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
More straight, like they don't have that curve that, and they felt pressured. That's, I don't want to put a one size fits all
No, I hear it.
on that.
But then I feel like
But
well, I mean, obviously some pressure must come from guys as well, because guys definitely desire that kind of physique. But
uh,
there was a blog
yeah,
post, right?
yeah.
I don't know the name of the
Mm,
woman's show, but another
mm.
woman posted in, like wrote a tweet or sent a tweet in or whatever.
You talk about Tasha K.
I don't know if it's the
You talk about Tasha
short hair black
K.
woman.
Okay, Tasha K. I spoke about this on my TikTok.
Okay, and that so you already
I,
know this black woman
I know
posted
the
in
situation, but
and
yeah,
said,
explain. Yeah,
she said, in 2024, if you don't have BBL and you don't have breasts and you don't have your teeth did as in like veneers, you're not a baddie. That's
which isn't true. It's not true.
that's wild. That is
What had
wild.
happened? What had happened was this random girl, don't know who she is. She might not be random. She could be an influencer or whatever.
Mhm,
I don't
mhm,
know, but
mhm, mhm.
I don't know who she is. She wrote a tweet saying what you said, right? And then Esther Falana, UK
Yeah.
influencer, who we've spoken about in the past, in connection to another topic. She reposted that tweet on her stories and was like, "I don't condone this message." Bearing in mind, Esther has a BBL herself, right? She's got a BBL. She's had her body done. So she was like, "I don't condone this message that women's bodies come in all shapes and sizes, and you having cosmetic surgery is not what makes you a baddie. That's not, I don't agree with this. And this is why girls that have had cosmetic surgery have a bad rep, because of women like you or women like this making these sorts of comments." Tasha K didn't read Esther's story properly. She saw it on the Shade Borough, because the Shade Borough screenshotted Esther's story and her picture together.
Yeah.
So Tasha K didn't. I don't think she even did the due diligence to actually read the post properly. So she took a screenshot of the Shade Borough's blog post, literally, and then in one of her YouTube videos or whatever, that became a topic of conversation. And she basically said that these BBL chicks, even the ones in the UK, even these African ones, she first assumed that the Shea Borough was an African blog, not a UK blog. So she was well misinformed there. Then she was like, yeah, even these African chicks as well, they're saying that if you don't have a BBL, blah, blah, blah. And then she took it a step further by calling Esther ugly and saying that girls that
so
have
that's who I thought she was
BBLs,
talking about, the BBL girl.
No,
Right.
she was talking about Esther. So she was like, because she used Esther's picture. She was like, look at this girl. She even named her Esther Falana. This is what she said, and she's ugly. She's got the BBL face.
Like the young
all
Miami
of them have
face. She named a couple of these Americans.
Their face is puffed
she said it's all
up.
big.
Yeah, she was like, it's all big, and she was like, yeah, she would know what ugly looks like, and she's still ugly after her surgery. Like she went in, and then she clipped that part of her show and used it as like a promo clip on the YouTube, on the TikTok. You know how even like we clip parts of our show, we put it on TikTok as kind of like this is what our show is going to be talking about. And in less than 24 hours, I was on the case. Getting into my journalistic bag, joking. And I stitched the video, especially that part where she was calling Esther ugly, because I thought that was Mean Girl. And I basically was like, listen, sis Tasha K, this is why you're getting sued by Cardi B, because you didn't even take the time to look at what you're commenting on. It wasn't even Esther that said the original comment. Esther was actually saying what you're saying, which is you don't need to have a BBL for you to be a baddie. Like it's not necessary. All women come in different shapes and sizes. I agree with Tasha K's overall
point.
Point, which is no, you don't have to have a BBL, and you can be a natural woman and look and be. I don't even like the term baddie, even though I am one.
Yeah, it's not my favorite term. It's
wait. Got a bad name, do you know what I mean?
Before you finish, can I just say that my friend, if you say anything about baddie or girls from the UK or whatever, this is his hand gesture for anyone who.
No, but I hear it.
He was doing it to his wife all night.
I think I'm trying to think, like maybe this time last year or maybe late 2022, there was a season in this podcast where I was like, I'm a baddie, I'm this, that. I know I'm vain, okay? When you're a pretty girl and you're a pretty girl, you're vain. It makes you a bit vain. Hands up, that's me. That's fine, cool. But as the years of as the months and stuff have gone by, and baddie has almost taken a new shape in terms of what is associated with it, I'm like, yeah, I'm a pretty girl. I'm not a baddie.
I rescind the baddie card. Take that back, please.
Respectfully. When being a baddie just meant you're attractive, I'm in there. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that was the original. I think that was when men owned baddie. That was our word. But when women took it, it became something else.
So when it was just I've got a pretty face or whatever, I'm attractive, which I know I am, no one can tell me any differently, then yeah, cool. That definition, fine. But this new age
Ew.
baddie, it's not me. It's not me. But anyway, I agree with the overall stance that Tasha takes in that. No, I don't agree that you have to have cosmetic surgery for you to be a baddie, whatever that means. But what I didn't like was, one, you didn't do the due diligence to make sure that the post you're even quoting and using as a topic, you completely misread it. You didn't understand it. You've misrepresented Esther because you're saying she said something she didn't say. And then on top of that, you can just make your point without being nasty about
Yeah.
it. Like, you can say, I don't agree. Even if Esther had said you need to have a BBL to be a baddie, you didn't have to go on calling her ugly. Like, you didn't have to say all of that. It's
Mm,
nasty.
mm,
And especially when you're not exactly like the nicest looking person yourself. Like, sometimes you need to read the room and you need to have some self-awareness.
mm,
Do you know what I'm
mm.
saying? So for me, that's what not riled me up, but in my video, I was pretty much like, it's giving mean girl. Like, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that some black women say, do, portray
Mm, mm.
online, but you're not gonna catch me. You're not gonna catch me calling another black girl ugly because of her mindset. Like, and even though I know I'm pretty, I know there's always going to be someone better looking than me. I have no right to be there calling another woman ugly, another black woman ugly. Like, I'm very big on talk to your people behind, not using them to like take the
Yeah,
mick
yeah, yeah.
online, if that makes sense. And hopefully that comes across in this podcast. I don't think you've ever really caught me like being outright horrible to anyone
Mm,
or
mm,
about anyone,
mm.
even if I don't like you. That's just how I am. So I didn't like that. But yeah, she rescinded it because she wrote a public apology to Esther, and then she's taken down the video as well. So good on you for that, Tasha, because you don't want another lawsuit on
Yeah.
your hands. And it's no, but for real, it's because it's stuff like that that got her sued by Cardi B in the first place,
Mm.
because you're not it's all well and fine and dandy being a social commentator, but get the facts right. And this is why on our podcast, there's been times when we've started talking about something and I might come across like a right bitch when I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's go to Google.
Mm,
And
mm,
like, I
mm.
know must come across, but it's because I don't want us to say anything out of line because we didn't get the facts straight and we got the story off of Insta where the
Mm,
story we
mhm,
don't get the
mm.
full picture. It can get you into trouble. That's where defamation can
Yeah,
come and
yeah, yeah.
clot you. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was an interesting situation. But no, back onto how did you even get into the baddie conversation? Why did you even bring up Tasha K and the BBL?
Because we was talking about the promiscuous.
Okay, and I was saying that even how you present and having a big bum and da da da. Yeah, so like I know guys do men are attracted to that, to bums and breasts. So I can see why some women might be like, I want that attention from them. So I'm going to go and get what I don't have in order for me to get that attention.
Mm.
Fair enough. But I think more recently, with the rise of like people wanting to be a influencer, for example, and people wanting to make quick
Yeah,
money,
get the attention.
there's a certain type of there's a certain demographic of men that are willing to pay you because you look like that, or give you money or give you favors because you look like that.
Mm.
I would use the pros word, but I know a lot. If that ever got clipped and went on out of this conversation, I might get
Yeah.
cancelled. But I no, not my. I will get cancelled. But I just find
No,
it.
I feel like it is
I'm
low key.
definitely.
It's like
I'm one of those.
gateway. It's
I'm a
gateway.
bit old school. Yes, I'm a bit. It's kind of, yeah. So it's
It's
like
giving
you
gateway.
go in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go in the wrong direction even by an inch, and all of a sudden now you're in that space. And I'm not shaming people that do that for whatever reason or whatever. But me personally, I just don't believe in the transactional thing. Like,
Mm.
because of this, you're gonna give me money. Like, that's not my bag. It's only if it's a job that it should be transactional. But I would never sell my body or
Mhm,
anything like that
mhm.
as a job anyway. But I think with the rise of social media and stuff like that, and the whole like Insta baddie and Instagram model and all that business, that's where this sells. Do you get
Mm,
what I
mm.
mean? And now with OnlyFans as well, that's where this sell. That's what this is for.
Mm.
And then again, there's a certain demographic of men, like for example, like rappers and stuff like that, that are into all of that. So if you're a girl that aspires to start moving with rappers or start moving with a certain demographic of men, it makes sense that you're gonna want to look the way you want to look.
A
What
certain
is
way, yeah.
look a certain way because you want to be attractive to them, and so therefore, boom. But now it's like almost every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or I don't know, the girl versions of that,
I know there
has
should
a
be one.
BBL. And in all honesty, like not in all honesty, like there's girls that naturally look like that. We spoke about South African women who naturally have that shape. Um, it's sad hearing now that men are saying if you have a BBL, you're not wifey material. You're just a beat. You're just someone to have sex with. You're not someone that I could ever take seriously. I don't know how I feel about that because there's women that naturally have that shape. So are they not wifey material because they have the shape
I don't think what they're
already,
saying is about the shape.
or or is it because they went to get plastic surgery that makes them unwifeable? Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I feel like some clarity needs to be made there by these guys making them type of statements. But it's a very interesting conversation, the whole BBL thing, as a segue. But who knows, boy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
BBL is very tricky. It's one that yeah. I'm so fortunate in my heart of hearts that I did not have to go through a dating scene where I was unsure if a girl's breasts were her breasts and if her back was her back and if her teeth was her teeth.
But what difference does it
That
make?
makes a big difference to me. I just want to be dealing with
Why?
natural. I just want to be dealing with people as they come. I don't care.
But if
I don't
imagine,
care how big your
but
bum
if she's
is.
had,
I want a
but
girl
if
with a
she's
big
had
bum,
a,
but
if she's had cosmetic
yeah.
surgery that doesn't look, because I believe that a lot of people have a BBL,
hmm
but a lot of people have a bad BBL. Because if I look at you and I can tell you had a BBL,
hmm
that's botched to me. It needs to look natural. No, no, no. Let's be
Uh,
honest. Let's be honest. I know it's gonna offend some people, but I don't give a heck. If I look at you and I'm like, yeah, she's definitely had a BBL, then I shouldn't be able to tell,
nah,
is what
but
I'm saying.
sometimes
It's
you
the
can
same.
tell
It's
by
and
ethnicity. I'm like, they never made them like that.
no, you can't tell. No, you can't tell from ethnicity because there's
Sometimes you can.
Caucasians that have the Caucasian. Some Caucasians, like for example, um, like I know Irish people, for example, have
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
features.
hmm
Like they're curvaceous, in it. They tend to have like thick thighs. Even they got cankles. Some of them got
Mad.
cankles. Do you know what I mean? It's a rude word.
Mad, because that is
It's not. It's
not
a.
a that's not a
It,
that's not one of them selling points. Oh yeah, come check
it's
these
not.
cankles out. Oh,
No, but no, no, no. I'm just stating some of their features, some of the things that I've seen. Like, I'm not cussing them. It's just that's the name for it when you've got thick ankles. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It is what it is.
I don't know about that part.
Big hips, small waist. Like I've seen a lot of Caucasian women that have that
Mm.
shape, depending on whether they're up north or whatever. Same thing with Asian women. Do you know how many Asian women have that natural shape? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Like I'm
so
talking
the
like
way
Indians and stuff like
so
that.
the
You see what I'm saying?
yeah
So it's
so
not. So it's not. So I
nah,
can't agree
it's
with you on
ethnicity
that.
for
But what
me.
I'm saying
100%
is,
ethnicity for me. Make your point though. I'll make my point about ethnicity because
nah, because I know that some of them have that shape. But if it looks when I'm this goes back to my point. If I look at you and I can tell it's a BBL, it's not because of your ethnicity. It's because of how it looks. Like there's this girl at the gym, yeah.
hmm
She must be like South American, like Brazilian or
hmm
something,
hmm
but she's defo had a BBL. It just doesn't look proportional. It doesn't look, it literally looks like two buns. Like it just doesn't, it's not, you know what I'm just
yeah.
saying? Even in her gym clothes, which is, I mean, gym clothes is hella tight, right?
Women's.
I'm like, yeah, women's. I'm like, girl. And she'll be doing squats and
Yeah,
everything.
of
I'm
course
like,
she is.
girl, I know. But they have to, because the thing is with BBL that I learned, and this is what made me say I ain't doing there's no point. You'll go and do that BBL. You still got to hit the gym. If you don't hit the gym, it's gonna look terrible. You still have to work out.
Mm.
So she's there doing her squats or whatever, and I'm thinking this looks horrible. Like,
Mm.
and because it looks like a BBL, it looks bad. Do you get what I'm saying?
hmm
I prefer BBLs where you look, and you can't even tell. That's what good cosmetic surgery is, in my opinion. Same thing with makeup. I should look at you, know there's enhancements, but not be like, ah, sis, you look like a clown. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
That's
mean,
how I
for
feel.
me, as a brer, as one of the man
Mm,
them, I've been watching
mm.
gal for my whole life. Ever since I knew I was straight, ever since I knew I was attracted to people, and those people happen to be women, I've been watching them since then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know the shape of women, which is part of the reason why I think I'm very quick to be able to identify people who have transitioned their gender, because there's subtle differences. And with all the racial backgrounds, again, there's subtle differences. Like, all women don't just have the same shape and then come in the version of slim, thick, and medium, or whatever. A
No,
woman with a
no,
big bum
no.
from Ireland, and a woman with a big bum from Japan, a woman with a big bum from Northern Africa,
It's gonna be different. It's gonna
completely
be different.
different. So
100%.
so when anybody tries to do BBL, they're all going for like this default really nice shape. But I'm like, no, no, no. You're Japanese, love. I've met a
But that's what
Japanese
I'm
girl,
saying.
and this is how it goes
If
on in Japan. This is
But
how
this
it
is
goes
why
in
I'm
Vietnam.
saying.
But it's
So
Turkish man doing all the BBL. So how are they supposed
let me
to
tell
know
you
that?
something. Let me tell you something. This is so we're not. The reason why I don't want to go by, I don't want to say it's your race that tells me if your BBL is, if you've got a BBL or not. I'm going by the shape of the BBL. I don't want to say race because I don't. I
I'm
don't
going by
want
the
to
race.
go down.
I'm looking
You
at,
could do that because
oh,
you like to be wild like
no,
that. I don't want to. I
I'm
don't
being
want to.
honest.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I don't want to say it's the race because you can be let's say a white girl, yeah,
Hmm.
and you've had a BBL, but your BBL looks natural to your
Yeah.
your actual. Do you get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Then I shouldn't be able to look at you and be like, yeah, that looks like two balloons on sticks. Therefore, she's had a BBL.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not your race. It's how natural does it look on you. Remember, as much as there's race and different physical characteristics within races,
Hmm.
there's also height, there's also bone density, there's also, you know, some people have long torso, long legs, short
Hmm.
torso.
Hmm.
Like, there's all of that you got to think about. If I got a BBL, given I'm 5'6" and I'm a chunky babe, even the thing about me, is even when I'm slim, I'm heavy.
Hmm.
Do you get
Hmm.
it? I'm one of those people that even when they look slim, on the scale, I'm heavy. I have a lot of muscle in my
Hmm.
legs, for example. The muscles are a
But your
lot.
bone
So
density would be
if I
more
got
as well because you're West African.
what's that?
I said your bone density will be
So
more as well because you're West
Yeah, yeah,
African.
yeah, because I'm West African. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But there's a lot of West African girls that, like, for example, Ghanaian women, and even in Nigeria, there's Nigerian women that have that natural BBL shape. I have friends that are Nigerian like me, have that. I don't have that. I have, like, my hips don't come out that wide, but if I stand sideways and the P is peeing, you'd be like, oh, she got a bum. Do you get what I'm saying? So if I got a BBL, it wouldn't make sense for me, given how my body
Hmm.
is. It would look so weird if I went and got fat stuck on my hips, because then it would just look weird because
I
my
hear it. I hear it.
structure, it doesn't suit that. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's not about race. It's about, if I look at you and it looks alien, it's a botched BBL. I should look at you and be like, she's her body bangs for her shape. Her body
Hmm.
bangs.
Hmm.
You can still have a bum. Do you get what I mean? You
Yeah.
can still be
Yeah.
given a bum, but it's the fact that they're all going for the same
But
waist
that's
look,
because
and
they're
the waist looks,
saying
and then the
I'm spending I don't know how much they cost. I'm just gonna say
mm,
£6. Yeah, they're saying
yeah,
in
yeah,
their head,
yeah,
because you got to think of it from the perspective of the person who's gonna get this done. They're saying,
yeah.
right, I've saved up, or I'm got it like that, or I've made the money. I've got £6 and I'm going to get BBL. I'm not trying to come back looking like
Mm.
me with just a nice bum. I'm trying to come
No,
back
no, no,
real.
and that's the mistake. That's what I'm saying. That's the mistake,
Hmm.
because a lot of them are going for that. Their belly looks rectangular. Trust me, you can go back and look. The belly looks rectangular. Literally, it's like this,
Hmm.
straight,
Hmm.
and then you've got these two buns on the
Pow!
side. Boom.
Bumper
And I'm
cars.
thinking that doesn't. sorry, that doesn't look nice. Sorry, I don't care. You can like it's the same thing with breast enhancements. There's some women, yeah, they get their boobs done and they don't go too big. They go for a breast size that suits their.
Exactly.
It's still you still got implants, but it suits your actual shape.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the women that go and get massive titties, and you look at them and go, "You've had your boobs done." If I got my boobs done, I want it to look so natural. Because what's the point? If it doesn't look natural, it's botched, in my opinion. And that's why I said what I said. That if I shouldn't be able to look at you and say she's had a BBL. I should be able to go, "Oh, her body is nice." And it should just be a secret that you got some enhancements done. Do you get what I'm saying? But then I'm old school because I'm very much, even my makeup, I'm not a flashy too much with makeup. I'm not like, that's never been my style, if you get what I'm saying. So I reckon, but personally, I wanted a BBL. My reasons wasn't to attract rich guys. My reason was because growing in the age that I was when BBLs became fashionable, I was very impressionable.
Yeah.
Like bums have been a thing, especially as a black girl. I feel like in the black community, what a lot of black men don't understand is that growing up, it was like, you're black, you're supposed to have that shape. And that's not the case. Even with like, just like every other race in the black community, there's all different types of shapes and sizes. There's some girls that are just naturally skinny. They can't gain weight. How do you want them to feel? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I get it.
But and there's that perception that if you're black, you're supposed to be thick or slim thick. You're supposed to have hips. You're supposed to have a bum because you're black. That's not the case. We're different shapes and sizes like everybody else. So I grew up in that age where you had to have that shape. And if you didn't, you weren't really seen as attractive. You can have a pretty face, but it meant you didn't have the body. As I got older and certain areas started to look even more of a lump than they looked before, then it was, oh, you damn it, you're being greedy if you get a BBL. Because actually, your bum pokes out, you've got thick thighs, and you've got breasts. You don't need to have the extra. That's too much. But in my early mid 20s, coming up to late 20s, I was definitely like, yeah, and I had the money. I was ready to get it done.
You keep doing this,
Then
the
I found
size.
out,
I'm thinking of suicide doors. I'm gonna start calling them suicide doors from now on. When they just the Lamborghini with the suicide doors. That's what the girls are going
yeah,
for.
like,
But
it's too much.
thing
It looks
is,
horrible.
I blame
but when I found
Instagram.
out you still got to go to the gym.
Yeah, I blame
but
Instagram.
yeah.
I blame
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
because when I was growing up, obviously that didn't exist. We just had the
Yeah.
playground. You just had who's the pengiest girl in the playground. Everybody knew who she was, and they either hated her or they aspired to be like her. But it was only that one real person in real life. And so if that wasn't your cup of tea, or she was definitely not going to be into you or whatever as a guy, then you would find somebody else you were attracted to, and that body would obviously be different. So we experienced and appreciated the difference, and we just acknowledged, but that one looks the best. Calm, it's not a problem. This one's good too.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Girls are competitive. Like, I definitely fell into the trap of, I want my man to think I'm like the be all and end all. And if he likes big breasts and I don't have big breasts, then that means he doesn't like my breast because he wants the big breast. And I know it's strange. I know it's
not strange,
funny
it's just
way of
mad.
thinking. But it's human. I think it's human.
You know,
and I think
it's woman. It's not human, because I wouldn't say that men are exactly the same.
What are you talking about? There's men getting hair transplants now.
No, of course. Yeah, no.
They've lost their hair. And girls go on about girls like guys with a shape up and locks now. So guys are going to Turkey to get hair transplants so they can grow their hair. So
way more men than I believed
saying?
are doing that. There's definitely
lot
way
of
more
men.
than I believed.
There's men that wear weaves, Venom.
I mean,
there's men that wear weaves because women want, because of, do you know what I mean? Or they get the beard thing done because beards are the thing now for girls. Do you get it? So I'm gonna.
But I think that's modern. That's modern, guys. That's modern, guys.
Okay, it's human. It's modern girls that are all going to get that botch BBL because guys like big bums. You get what I'm saying? So it's a human thing to want to be desirable. It's a human thing. Most people want to. They suffer from FOMO. They want to be like everyone else. Most
they want to be
people
sought after.
go with the grain, not against the grain.
This is also
Most
true.
people follow, not set trend of their own. And that's why the moment BBL became popular and it became the thing that everybody, if you ain't got that shape, you're not it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is going in flocks to try and get a BBL. You can get a BBL. You can put a BBL on finance now.
Of course. Once they realize there's
That's
a
how
market
popular
for it,
it's
they say,
become.
yeah, no, we need to make this
That's
available to the
it.
lowest
Yeah.
denominator.
Thank you. And it's not even just BBL. That tweet, the girl spoke about your boobs. Boobs have been getting done for
Boobs have been
donkeys
time,
before
yeah.
BBL,
But
and then veneers.
veneers is the
veneers
one for me that I'm like,
You know the veneers one. Do you know what's mad? I've always got complimented on my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when I knew that? Do you know when I found out I was a baddie? It happened to me late in life. It happened to me in my early 20s when I realized that, not baddie, but when I realized I'm an attractive babe.
You're not
It
doing
happened to
baddie
me in my
no
early
more.
30s, right?
You know.
I'm still in my early 30s technically, but what I'm saying is I would say like 28, 29, 30, yeah. That's when I accepted that, or started to realize that, okay, you're a good looking girl. Someone was like to me, Dammy, your teeth are perfectly shaped. Have you ever had braces? I said no. I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, you got nice teeth. You got volump lips. Girls are pumping their lips to get that. You got that already. Cheekbones that girls are going to get filler for and all that.
Yeah.
I got that already. If you're gonna talk about your shape, breasts that girls are going to get done, you got that already. Bum, you got that already. I said, oh, actually, I don't even need to do all these cosmetic things. That's when I went, okay, damn, you've got certain features that people are paying to get.
Mm-hmm.
So you're cool, you're blessed, right? This veneers one recently, even I was like, actually, maybe I could get.
What?
Imagine someone that already knows that they've never had to get braces. Their teeth are like, I was thinking, oh no, but the way them veneers are all the teeth are the same size, and
That's disgusting. Veneers, yeah. I saw the comment. It was this week. This comment, can I even remember it? Yeah, they said it took me out. Someone was commenting on veneers and they said, why have you got a mouthful of front teeth? They all be the same teeth. I was like, God damn. But it's the truth. It's disgusting. And it's the level of brightness. It's disgusting. It's
scary.
not, there's nothing nice about that. When I see people with veneers, it's scary. It scares me.
What crazy?
Like I'm looking at Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Yeah.
Why are your teeth doing that?
Yeah. But you know what? Do you know what scares me about veneers? Because you have to be sure that you're sure that you're sure. Because with veneers, the way that they file your actual teeth down, if you decide I don't want these veneers no more, you are finished.
You're finished.
At least
you're looking like Gollum out here.
At least with a boob job, you can get the implants taken out. Fillers, you can just stop getting them done. Lip fillers, you can get them taken out. BBL, you can get that changed. Do you know what I mean? But the teeth?
No way.
The way they file it down.
The thing is nothing.
It looks like a toothpick. The gaps between your you were saying your teeth are higgy hagger. Now you've got canals between your teeth. You can. That's it. Once you've got veneers, you've got them for life.
I couldn't even contemplate. I heard about veneers. Obviously, when you hear about new information, you process it. You take the information like, oh, would I do this or whatever? So I'm looking at this veneer thing. I'm seeing perfect teeth. So that's the sales pitch. Perfect teeth. Okay. I see how they filed the teeth down. I was like, what? Why are they doing all that to your teeth? And then they're like, yeah, and then we glue the veneer and then that sticks in there. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, bruv. Man eats oxtail. I chomp on bones. I ain't got time for this possibility of I ain't got time for that. Forget it. I'm good.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
I box hard food. I'm not gonna stop.
What comes to my mind? Do you know what comes to my mind with veneers? You know when all these people have OAPs?
They'll be good though, because
what are they gonna look like?
Yeah, but they can just re-glue new teeth in.
No, but you know you're gonna look weird.
Oh, it looks weird now. You said gonna. It looks weird now.
Hola. Imagine
you try to save them now. Right now, they look weird.
I pray they live to like 90, 100 when you're frail And you're meant to look, you're meant to not have teeth at that
And
point.
the teeth is
because you're meant
perfect.
to look like, and the teeth is gonna look like cheesing.
Mad.
It's gonna that's gonna look even more weird. No,
Mad.
no. When your mouth, because your mouth shrinks and shrivels and starts to do this,
The gums
and then
recede.
and then they open it, yeah, and then they open their mouth, and you just see these bright
pearly white,
pearly white squares,
all
just
front teeth.
Yeah, crazy.
Wild.
That is too funny.
It can never be me.
How did we get
I don't
here?
know how. Listen, I don't know how people do that kind of stuff to themselves. I understand when you're subscribing to a particular lifestyle, like, oh yeah, I'm a Towie type, and like this is how we roll. I get that social influence, but if you're not in that group, I don't know how you arrive at the destination where you're like, you know what, this looks good for me.
I think,
unless your teeth are effed.
I think this speaks back to what I was saying last week about, and I know I was talking about children, but I don't think people really think about their future like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they don't think about, okay, the longevity in this, and is it reversible? Do you know how it took me years to get my nose pierced? And I always thought I had the nose for it. I always knew I wanted it. The thing that took me so long to make that leap was, okay, if I decide I don't want this no more, what's my nose going to look like? What's the damage after the fact? Do you know what I mean? So, but then I realized I ain't ever taking it out. I'm going to be one of those grannies with her too. Like, you see grannies with their nose pierced. It's not a thing.
I haven't. I'm not going to lie.
Tattoo? No, I haven't. I have.
Not that aren't like Indian.
Yeah, but those are the ones I was thinking about. And on top of that, in terms of like, I don't know if it's a Yoruba thing, but you see a lot of like, there's a lot of Yorubas that have like either a gold tooth or like a nose piercing, and they're like aunties, like 50s.
Yeah,
60s,
never, not the piercing. I've never seen.
I said, yeah, I don't mind. It won't be a ring. It'll be a stud. I'm going to change it to a ring this year. But when I'm old, it'll just be a stud. That's just keep it classy. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to look young forever. But I was cool with that. But then I also wanted a tattoo. And then I thought, what's that tattoo going to look like in a few years? And I don't think I've got the time and energy to be topping it up. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm one of those people that thinks ahead. And I think when you get these surgeries, I wonder if people think ahead. Like, okay, how is this going to look when I'm no longer in my 20s and 30s and I'm supposed to look like I'm aging? Because I get it. Everyone wants to look young forever.
Yeah, I mean,
but when you get to 40, 50, you're supposed to look a bit older. Do you get what I'm saying? How is it going to look when you're at that age? That's why I said with the veneers, imagine being 70, 80, 90 with a perfect set of teeth.
It can never be me.
You don't remove.
It can never be me.
It's not
I
going to
think
look...
my teeth will hopefully be in a good place, my teeth, but they ain't going to be in veneer place.
Do you know what? You've just like, I was talking to my friend about this, and there's a pet peeve that I have. It's an ick, actually. And I don't really have icks, but this one's an ick.
Go for it.
When I meet a guy, and you know, what's that thing called? That you know, by the gum at the bottom of your teeth. If you don't
plaque.
If you don't plaque, you know when the plaque gets hard and it doesn't.
No, but that's a standard one. I could never. What?
If you open your mouth,
yes, that's a hell no.
Cheesing or whatever, and I see, no, you know, and the plaque is.
You know what? Yeah, you're giving me flashbacks.
Hear me out. The plaque is hard. That tells me you don't brush your teeth. You don't go to the dentist enough to get. Do you know what I mean? To get it. Do you know what I'm saying? That to me, it shows me you have no self-care.
Nah, I'm gonna be.
There's no reason why your plaque should be hard. Like, people get plaque sometimes.
No.
But brush your teeth twice a day.
No, yeah, you can get soft plaque. Soft plaque is, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Soft plaque is standard. But
I wouldn't be happy if you had soft plaque, but it's not a write-off. I just gotta check. We're kissing. But I just gotta check
but you're gonna brush your teeth.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna see you another time, and if that's still there, I'm gonna be like, nah, not for me.
You don't brush your teeth. But if the plaque is hard, it's not moving.
So real quick, hygiene is the only thing that is definitely on that list of things that, like, if I'm dating, that's the only things that I'm like, whoa, it's a quick write-off. So there was this girl I was talking to her all summer. She was in another country. And I was like, yo, but she's lit though. Like,
he was always talking to girls, isn't it? Every time it's a girl.
This is how we go.
Go on.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. And then she said, I'm coming over to London, like to the UK, like this summer, like let's hang out, kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we hang out now. Oh my God. We went for a little like chill in the park type sitch. So chill, like really not a date, just a chill. And and we're cracking joke, laughing, whatnot, eating like food. We just bought like snacks. And then she must have been laughing. And you know, have you ever seen dog teeth? And I'm talking about obviously not Toby's teeth. I'm talking about just dog teeth, like dog out, not out in the wild, but when the dog's teeth just be doing up different colors. And yeah, she's smiling and I'm seeing dog teeth. I said, yo, this.
Wrap it up. Hang it up.
I said, what?
Flat screen. Hang it up. Flat screen.
I was like, which country did you come from? Because you gotta go back, man. It's not.
For me, it's bad breath. For me, it's bad breath.
100%.
Bad breath.
100%.
BO.
BO is 50-50. BO is 50-50.
No. BO for me, I'm like, if I can smell your pits, I know that your underneath is musky. It's musty.
I think, again, it's different for guys and girls. But yeah, BO, I don't write off people for BO, funnily enough. But
I write off men for BO. Because if your pits smell, that tells me you're musty down there as well. Yeah. Facts, period.
Yeah. I hear it.
So, yeah. So, smells, whether that's oral or bodily, that's an issue for me. Plaque
100%.
on the teeth, issue for me.
100%.
Right? I have some other ones that are really bad, but they're really, really bad. So if you're wearing trousers and I see your ass crack.
Oh yeah, you told me this one before. God.
It's there for me. Because why have I seen your? I find it so disgusting. It's jarring. I don't like it. That's disgusting. Skinny jeans, not a fan. So if you come out on a date with me and I see you in skinny jeans, hang it up, flat screen. And do you know what? It's even worse if the skinny jeans if it's ripped skinny jeans.
Ripped is a particular. I don't do ripped jeans.
I'll go home.
But I wouldn't write off a girl for any of her fashion choice. To be fair, like a girl can wear like
fashion.
anything.
No.
Even if I don't like it, I'll be like, I don't like that.
And I'm not the most fashion forward person myself. Like I feel like
what's the beef with skinny jeans? Like. You know what, as well? It's also hitting home, yeah, because I swear down, there was a period, probably about 5 years, I wore skinny jeans exclusive. I still wear like tight jeans now, but like, I mean, skinny. They were skinny. Well, as soon as they added lycra to skinny jeans, so they didn't just fit the white boys who were actually skinny, and now I can get my chunky ass thighs in them. I got them things on. I said immediately.
I'm sorry, and you know what? It's funny. I have family members that wear skinny jeans or were wearing. I know that era they were wearing skinny jeans. I'm sorry, but. They didn't know that in my heart of hearts.
You was like, ew.
I don't think you understand. I hate skinny. Like I've been on, you know, when you like maybe someone slid in your DM. Like I've had situations where a guy slid into my DMs. We started talking. Everything was cool. Obviously, I've pre'd your Insta or whatever. So I can't see no fashion.
Oh,
no
you didn't
fashion
see
mistakes.
it.
I'm like, cool. Yeah, I'm pre'd. Then I meet you on the date. And I see skinny jeans from far.
Mad.
I'm like, nah. And if it's got rips in it as well, that's a added ick. That's like,
mad.
I get embarrassed. I'm like, I don't want to be seen outside with you. And it's bad, but that's just how I feel. I don't think you understand, Venom.
I'm just listening to it and I'm dying.
The moment I see it, instantly I'm like, he's not attractive.
Mad.
It's a no. And I've had like, I've met like these guys, like I've met a guy that was really nice. He was a really nice guy. But every time we met up, skinny jeans. And I need to know, like, how do you tell someone I don't like, you can't say to someone, I don't like how you dress.
No, you can just say, I really don't like skinny jeans. Oh my Lord.
I didn't want to hurt his feelings, innit? So I was just like, oh.
I mean,
I didn't say anything.
Wow.
I didn't say anything, but
I mean, he's not
every
gonna
time,
roll up
and then,
in. Wait. So what do you like? Mans can't wear skinny jeans, so what are they supposed to wear? Boot cuts.
you could wear. You could. Not boot
No,
cuts.
damn you,
Not
dating
boots.
man's with boot cuts. Oh, God damn.
Not boots. Not boots and cuts. I don't know.
No, this is it. I can see it now. I can see it now. I can see your date, your perfect date.
No, not boot cuts. Not boot cuts.
Oh, God damn.
What's the other option?
Flares.
What's the other options? No, I like when guys wear. You know when they wear. You know when guys wear what's it called? It starts with a. Does it start with a C?
Describe it.
You can get it in khaki.
Combats.
You can get it in not combat.
Cargo.
You can get it in cargo. I like cargo pants.
Cargo pants.
I like cargos. When it's the jeans, it's a bit techie. You can't have flares. You can't have skinny. There's got to be a middle ground. Like
this is boot.
There's got to be a middle
ground.
Dummy,
you know, man never knew.
I just said.
Man never knew.
I just said not boots and cuts. I just said that.
She said I like a man that's got the boot cut. Can't have too much denim there to the ankle.
You need to have. I don't want to see your ankle. It's got to cover the back of the shoe. Like
oh my God, that's definitely boot cuts. It's boot cuts.
No boots. I've seen boot cuts that look like ankle swingers. I don't want that.
Oh Lord,
I don't want that.
Dammy said the jeans got.
I don't want
you were talking old school 90s hip hop, you know. Dammy said
no, I'm not.
I'm not
talking about old. I'm not talking old school. I'm very particular. Like I feel like I'm a well put together person. Like I care about my appearance.
Yeah.
There's certain things that a guy wears that tells me you don't care about your appearance. Like
well, like skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans. Why are you wearing?
Oh well.
Nah, I beg. I'm sure there's other women that feel
ladies,
feel
let us know, please. Hit the comments.
I can't. Skinny jeans. Nah, sorry.
Not the boot cuts. She said them. Said that fabric needs to go over the trainer, bruv. Otherwise, get out of here.
Wear car keys. But basically, I like a guy that looks classy in it. Like looks like.
So when the denim is over the trainer, that's classy.
I prefer men that wear suits like that kind. Like come put together. Do you know what I mean? Come that vibe. But obviously, if we're going cinema or something, you can't wear a suit to the cinema. So like. Make it a event. Make it make sense with where we're going in it, because I'm gonna do that. If we're going for dinner, I'm gonna come with my A game with a nice dress and whatever.
So you're out here wearing a nice dress and you want man to come in boot cuts?
I never said boot cuts. You said boot cuts, not me.
I think skinny jeans are smarter than.
Do you know what it is? I don't know the names of the cuts of jeans for men. I only know for women. So like we've got boyfriend, we've got
mum jeans,
we've got flare, we've got boot cut, we've got mum jean, we've got skinny
high rise, low rise,
high rise, low rise, mid rise. Like we've got a plethora of options. I don't know what the cuts names are for guys. I just know that see that skinny one. It's a no. Boot cuts as well. I'm not gonna lie. If I see a flare or anything, it's a no from me. That's why I said khaki, because khaki's
combats.
Cargo pants. Cargo pants. It's giving you could dress it up, you could dress it down. It's
giving ready for war.
Tight. It's giving you can get them in one colour, not necessarily combat.
You can get them in tan or khaki green.
You can wear with a shirt, you can dress it up, you can dress it down. I don't know the cuts of jeans for guys, but I just know that you see that especially that skinny one, it's a no from me. If I see your ass crack, it's a no from me. If there's rips in it, it's a no from me. Like come classy, because I'm gonna come classy. Do you get it? The only time I dress down is when I'm going to the gym, to be honest, or when I'm chilling at home. So that's my vibe. Sorry, guys. I feel like. I don't know where we're gonna go from here. So we're gonna end it.
We are indeed.
Gonna close
But it's
off.
been a fantastic conversation. Guys, thank you for staying with us on this wild journey. We found out a lot. We've learned a lot about our co-host Dammy to the Zane. If you didn't know, now you know.
Not my type.
You know.
I know.
So yes, thank you for staying with us. If you enjoyed, then why not hit that follow button or the subscribe button, or leave us a nice little rating or comment, you know, wherever it is on the Instagram, or it all helps. So thank you very much for staying with us as always, and we'll see you in the next one. So until the next
That's
time,
right.
peace. Ciao, ciao.